All right. Well, everyone, you may have noticed by now that usually in our introductions, Hollis Hollis
Wrecked.
gets wrecked. Honestly, he's kind of like the core of all of our jokes.
Honestly, I
Laid
was
back
doing
to
some
him.
research, and there's a study that says every friend group has a punching bag.
And this is why we keep doing it, Hollis, because we're about to compliment you, and you pull out something like that.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm not the punching bag.
I don't even know what to say right now. What we're gonna do is all of us are gonna say why we love Hollis because it feels like it's about that time. Wouldn't we agree? He deserves it. He needs this. You guys, he needs this. He needs this.
I don't.
Okay, Grace, you start.
At all.
Okay. My favorite thing about it's like it's your birthday. My favorite thing about Hollis is that he goes out of his way to spend time with people. I think that's like really he shows up for his people, and you always say yes. Like anytime we want to hang out, you always say yes.
Wow.
I think that's really kind of you. It means a lot to me.
Okay, I have a funny one and a serious one. The funny one is
feels
that
like it's
just
my birthday.
things
It's
that
so
Hollis says or does just like are so funny. Like they like make me laugh so hard. Like Kiana will text me something and she'll be like, Hollis just said this. What do you think? And I'll just be like dying laughing in my car. But the serious one is Hollis has just like been through like really like tough things, and through all of it like chooses God. Like you choose to be a light, like, and like you've gone through things where if I've been through I'd be like I don't know. And so I just like I look up to you in that way.
Wow,
Like,
thank you.
You're so strong, bro. You're so solid.
This is so nice.
And he's trying to get his
I
protein in.
love-
he's getting
So
jacked.
everyone compliment
Yeah,
how
Hollis-
big Hollis's shoulders look.
Everybody better give him one Everyone give him one compliment.
Everyone give Hollis a compliment. That is
In the
lucky.
comments.
I want to say two things too. If we're doing two. One, I love that he'll do chat drafts with me, which if you don't know what that is,
That's one of our pillars.
it is.
to our
It's a pillar in
friendship.
our relationship. It really is. And number two, Hollis is a believer. He believes in his sports teams. He believes in projects. He believes in people. And in some of my discouraged times on projects, his belief has carried me. And so I appreciate that, brother.
And everyone got two, so I get to have one more. And my second favorite thing about Hollis is that I love that we could be talking about something so like funny and dying laughing, and then 2 seconds later we're having like the most tender, deep conversation ever. Like I feel like that we could talk about anything in the whole world.
Thanks, Grace.
We love Hollis.
Wow,
Feel
that's
good,
so
brother?
nice. Yeah, now you guys can go back to making fun of me.
Now we have 6 more months of making fun of Hollis. Welcome to This is Kingdom, a Good News Brand podcast. This is Grace.
This is Talon.
This is TJ.
This is Hollis.
And this week we're talking about Compensating Blessings by Bishop Caussé.
Yes, Bishop Caussé.
I don't know if I said that right.
I don't know about you guys, but Bishop Caussé has some incredible
He does have
talks.
some great talks.
Every time he talks, I feel very inspired. I feel like he gave some to some YSAs a little bit ago as well, which I just loved. And this talk is no different. He talks about compensating blessings. When he first started talking, I was like, what in the world are you talking about? But his main message in this, which I find really inspiring, is he talks about a God who sees your efforts even though the results of your efforts are not what you wanted. Even though the results of your efforts are not what you planned, he sees you. He talks about a God who sees you when you feel like others don't. And this is really interesting to me because I genuinely believe we live in a world of just broken plans where a lot of things don't work out for us. I feel like I've talked to so many people this past week who came home early from their mission and they did not plan on it. People who didn't get to a college and they did not plan on that happening. People who wanted this person to like them back and that plan didn't work out either. You know, lots of different plans that are just not working. And it's really interesting because Bishop Caussé over and over again in this talk says that God sees that effort and he will make do of that. He will make that larger than you think. And one little story I need to share with you guys before y'all share your thoughts on this is growing up, this is a thought that went through my mind with my mom. She also, like we were talking about, just lived a really like great life, but also a hard life and did so many things. And so many things just didn't turn out the way she wanted it. And so many times I'm like, Mom, is it really worth it? Why are you going through all of these things? And I will never forget that she would look at me and say, I believe in a God who makes it worth it. And I was like, whoa. No matter what she went through, she knows it will be worth it because she believes in a God who will make it that. And I think that's really cool with all the things in our life. No matter what happens, God will make it worth it, even though our plans might fail.
There's like a time in my family's life, and my sister was kind of going through a really hard thing, and my mom's very best friend was also going through something really hard. She had cancer, and it was in her eyes, and she was going through a really intensive surgery, and it was all kind of happening at once, and everyone was kind of like all in the middle of it. And my sister was talking to my mom about everything that was going on, but also my mom was going to visit her friend, and so she said, listen, just come with me, like, you know her, you love her, like, just come and we can kind of talk about it with them. And my sister was like, okay. And so they went over to my mom's friend's house, and she was laying in the bed with all the bandaging over her eyes, and her husband was in the chair next to her. And my sister and my mom walked in, and they like kind of sat down, and my sister was just kind of explaining all of her thoughts and all her feelings and everything that was going on in her life. And it was all chaotic and really, really hard things. And as she was talking about it, at some point, my mom said, I'm so thankful that we believe in a God who is merciful. That is something I'm so thankful for. And everyone was just kind of listening and kind of chatting. And then my mom's friend's husband who's sitting in the corner in the chair, said, well, I'm really thankful that we believe in a God of justice. And everyone was kind of like, what are you talking about? Like, that's, first of all, when has anyone ever said that in the history of the world? Never. Like, that's like the one that we avoid. Yeah. Batman. And he's like, I'm really thankful that we believe in a God of justice. And everyone was like, why? And he's like, well, that's the God who gives you what you deserve. And everyone was still confused, because usually when you think about someone who's giving you what you deserve, it's like in a negative way. Like, it's like going to be a bad thing. And then they were like, what do you mean? And he paused and he looked at his wife and he said, her laying on a bed full of cancer, her eyes covered in bandages. And he said, do you think that she deserves this? And everyone in that room shook their head no, because they knew her heart. And she was good through and through. And she was a believer, and she was a teacher, and she had the most love in the world to give than anyone else ever had. And she didn't deserve that. That's true. She did not deserve that. And so everyone shook their head no. And he looked at her and he said, the God I believe in will give her not what she got in this life, but what she deserves. And he said, that's something I can count on, is that the God I believe in will give her what she deserves. And that is not what she's experiencing in mortality right now. And it's taught me really strongly to believe and love a God of justice. And maybe right now when you hear, oh, a God that's going to give you what you deserve, I think we have the tendency to see the worst in ourselves and to expect that that's going to be a punishment. And I want you to know that I do not think that's the way that God sees you. And he sees your efforts. He sees you when you're doing your best. He sees you when you're caring about the people that other people forgot about. He sees you when you're trying to read your scriptures, even though you're so exhausted. He sees you when you still get down on your knees to pray, even though you haven't seen an answer to a prayer in months and months and months. He sees you doing that. And the God we believe in is a God of justice, which means that he will give you what you deserve. And I know without a doubt in my mind, I would say that about the 3 people that I'm sitting next to. And I'd say that about the majority of everyone that I've ever met in my life, that you deserve good things. And the God we believe in promises that for us.
I can't believe I'm about to share a quote from this movie. It's called Perks of Being a Wallflower. And the quote is, we accept the love we think we deserve. And I feel like a lot of the time we feel like we don't deserve a lot of love. A lot of the time we have such a negative self-image of us, and we have such a negative attitude towards ourselves, and we settle for average love. But just like Grace said, we deserve the most wholesome, incredible love from God. And I think that's a big mindset shift a lot of us have to go through. We have to accept this love that we deserve, and that love is from God.
Well, and just talking about this, it makes me love, I love the merciful God that when we actually do mess up, when we actually do make mistakes, is willing to give us mercy and is willing to not give us what we deserve. That's what mercy is. But I think we miss this other side of, he really does see the sacrifices to do good. And this whole conversation is just making me think of individuals. Honestly, like I'm thinking of this boy I know that just has the roughest family situation, that is trying so hard to be close to God, and he's trying so hard to be a disciple, and he is struggling so bad. I cannot wait to see God's compensating blessings pull through. And I know they will. I'm thinking of this other girl that she's just the sweetest girl. She's so happy. She's so positive. For some reason has just struggled with friends, but will always be a friend to the girl that's left out. I'm like, oh, that girl, she's got compensating blessings coming. And I cannot wait to see those. And I'm thinking of, I just can't stop thinking of my wife, who just her whole life has changed now with the baby. Nothing's about her anymore. Day in and day out, her life is selfless, and it's for our new boy. Everything she does, and I cannot wait to see the compensatory blessings that God gives. I love this belief that we have about God, that He will see your loss, He will see your sacrifice, He will see your effort, and He will compensate for it.
I'm just thinking about, this is all just so powerful for me, and I'm just thinking about those of you who listen to this podcast, like our people, our This is Kingdom community. And I'm just thinking about what a privilege we have, because it's a community full of leaders. It's a community full of people who are changing the world. And like what a great opportunity for us to help our friends and help our family and help strangers get to know the God who will consecrate our afflictions for our gain, the God who is perfectly merciful and perfectly just, the God that is going to make everything fall into place in the best ways. I just can't wait to see what we can do with this, and see how lives will change when we help the world find this God who will do this for us.
And this whole conversation, I feel like it's a lesson that I learn again and again. And I'm just feeling it right now. It's just that God, he really is so good. He's more good than we can imagine. And every time I remember that, I'm like, oh yeah, focus on Him, serve Him, give Him your time, because he's so good.
And I just, over and over in this conversation, I just keep thinking of the people that live their life saying, I'm just trying my best. I'm trying so hard. And usually when you're saying that, it's because you feel like you are giving 110% and it's still not working out. And you feel like you're giving your everything and people are still saying it's not enough. And the God we believe in sees when you're giving your 110%, and all the world is saying, oh, that doesn't look like enough. And He will say back to you, it's enough for me. You are enough for Him. Your effort is enough for Him. The days when you like end your night and you say, I just tried my best today, He says, oh, and that's all that I could have asked for. And He looks at you and He is proud and He is happy and He says, don't worry, I know what you deserve. And it's the very best God has to offer.
I have to share one of my favorite verses. It's Doctrine and Covenants 123:17. And He says, let us cheerfully do all things that lie in our power. Give your best effort. And then may we stand still with the utmost assurance to see the salvation of God. Give everything you've got, give your best, and just watch God work miracles in your life.
I thought I did what's right. I thought I had the answers. I thought I chose the surest road, but that road brought me here. So I put up a fight and told you how to help me. Now just when I have given up, the truth is coming clear. You know better than I. You know the way. I've let go the need to know why. For you know better than I. You know better than I.
That was the best song. Did you say? Goodbye. Please just tell us everything that you're thinking about. I can't even talk right now. That was so good. Holy cow. Anyways, see you next week.